What isn't there to like about Snoopy surfing? One thing I noticed while filming with him was the line he started to take and then he ended up preferring at the wave pool. If you know why he takes this line, then keep scrolling. But if you want to know why he prefers it and want to know how difficult it is for an average surfer to change their line, then keep watching.
I'm James Davis, and I've been a skydiver for over 20 years, jumping and competing all around the world. In the last 18 months, I've been surfing at the wave pool in Bristol to see if wave pools can do for surfing what wind tunnels did for skydiving. I wanted to see what would happen if an average surfer trained at the wave pool for a year, if they could learn to get barreled, sharing all the mistakes, learning points and experiences along the way.
Okay, so before we get going, a very quick one for everyone. Next Wednesday at 9 PM UK time, we're going to have Martin Dunn do a live stream with us all. He's going to be available to answer questions from the chat, and as mentioned in the last vlog, if you want some of your surfing looked at by one of the best surf coaches on the planet, and for free, then drop a comment below. Let's sort out receiving some of your footage. We already have 5 people doing this, and there's room for more. But if you don't want to share your surfing, but did want to ask questions, then this is also for you. This is the first time we're going to try something like this, and it's for all of us to benefit from, so please feel free to get involved. Okay, back on with the vlog. Some of you have been asking about the wave settings and if I could tag the footage so you know which waves they relate to. It's a great idea and very relevant to this vlog. On a side note, I think the best setting for learning new techniques is actually the Advanced Plus session. It's not the biggest, but it tends to have good power, most of the time clean enough wave faces, and seems to be the best learning environment in my humble opinion. I'm also very keen on the expert barrels because the first turn wave face is so good, and at the end of the wave, there seems to be an opportunity to do something else with all the speed you get. If the pool had more water in it and it doesn't barrel so much, then no problem. You can just smash turns out along good wave faces. Now, the expert turns setting is fun, but the waves tend to be a bit more unruly and not as clean. Ironically, this is what has led to the topic of this video. The vibe also tends to be a little bit different. It tends to be a bit cramped at the top when you're waiting for your waves, and the second half of the set seems to be impacted by cross currents. Now, I'm not going to go and try and compare ship sterns to this wave setting, but there can be a small step or bump right where the classic drop and bottom turn line is. This means you can be getting to your feet, about to load up, and then have to deal with the small bump. Now, for an average surfer like me with 100 things going on, who is just working on some of the core fundamental basics, then this can be problematic. It's easy to get caught out the bottom of the wave having just lost all your speed. But as ever, when there's a problem, there tends to be a solution. This is Snoopy. He's taking off, then turning straight away to do a double pump to get out ahead of the wave and generate speed before doing his first turn. Now, instead of me trying to explain what he's up to, let's hear directly from Snoopy himself, from one of the masterclass videos he made with me while recently filming at the wave.
Yeah, in that situation, when I paddle for waves, I just feel I don't have enough speed to go all the way down to hit that first maneuver. So I feel I prefer to create my own speed because I'm trying to design. I know in the front of that wave it's weak, so I try to use that empty area where there is no power. I try to create speed from it and then come back and then wait for the main place where the waves is building quick. So I just try to position myself way early before the waves leave me behind.
Here are some of my first attempts at doing what Snoopy suggested. Okay, so the next logical question is, how easy is it for the normal person to start trying? I'd argue that it's actually quite difficult to even decide to try something new. And of course, it's not going to happen without problems. Having thought I'd unlock something simple the day before, I then went on to have mixed results the very next morning. For the average surfer like me, that have spent a lot of time achieving a basic package of catching the wave, it's very hard to change. Even deciding to try something new is difficult. I also noticed that it felt like halving the wave, having less space to set up the timing and mechanics, and the positioning was all different. But it's just like learning anything new. Nothing like a bit of perseverance as long as you have the right information and trying a technique which is credible. Snoopy has talked about squeezing the rails once the board is planing at takeoff. And this technique can help you when the wave is already peeling and you're not at the peak. This now makes a lot of sense and is very helpful for getting going and trying the double pump line. And then there is Paul, my mate, who's been doing this from takeoff by the wall, and in doing so get the best energy from the wave while avoiding the pitchy airdrop. I guess it pays to watch other people who are getting things right. In the next vlog, we're going to finish off the 4-week cutback challenge I've been doing with Martin Dunn, and also run through the live stream that we're going to do next week. Don't forget, 9 PM next Wednesday, the 18th of September. Grab a beer and just watch, or ask some questions in the chat. If you want to give me some video, don't forget to contact me and we'll sort out transferring the footage. Until then, enjoy your surfing wherever it may be.